by the staff of the Office of the Speaker at the Speaker's Block for an orientation section held at the Speaker's Conference Room. Right after that, we observed the passing of the 2024 budget statement in the inner chamber of Parliament of Ghana at the Speaker's Gallery. During the proceedings, the Right Honorable Alban Sumana Kingsford Badwin acknowledged us as Youth Impact Parliament. We also had the opportunity to interact with Honorable Kofi Ato, the Chief of Staff at the Office of the Speaker, Honorable Roxinda Fiameto, the MP for South Dain, Honorable Pitano Chukotui, the MP for Akachi North, Honorable Benjamin Todo, the former MP for Ho Central, Honorable Angela Alaute, the former MP for, that's Afajato South, if I'm right. Yes. And then Honorable Kobi Woyome, the former MP for Central Town. We interacted with these MPs when we came to the Parliament of the Republic of Ghana, and we are hoping to go again this year, hopefully March, April, June. So when the timing comes, we call for all the support so that we can be based today. Madam President, on Saturday, the 16th of December 2023, we proudly participated in the mock parliamentary sitting and debate competition organized by the Parliament of our Republic as part of the 30th anniversary celebration of uninterrupted parliamentary democracy, Volta Zone. Madam Deputy President, Youth Impact Parliament emerged victorious in the debate, where we won. And our debaters were Ms. Kendall Mante and Robert Fiaonu. Karachi East Youth MP. Yes. Madam Deputy President, in 2023, at the Volta Youth Awards ceremony, Youth Impact Parliament was declared the Youth Association of the Year. And this stands as a strong endorsement of our efforts and achievements. Madam Deputy President, the fourth Parliament of Youth Impact Parliament was inaugurated on the 10th of August 2024, where we had elected the Right Honorable Adam Osman, our Speaker of Parliament, and his two deputies. The occasion was graced by Reverend Dr. Frank Agbo, the founder of Carista International Academy, and Honorable Emmanuel James Fulolu, the former District Chief Executive for Afajato South. In the 2023 year, Youth Impact Parliament sat for a staggering 13 times. 13 times, because in March, 14 times actually, because in March, the Senate sat and the Parliament sat, and in September, both chambers sat independently. And that is more than any youth parliament could ever claim, because they only sit once or twice in a year. But we sit. We don't sit because we don't have anything to do. It is because from these sittings we get to grow and learn and interact with distinguished guests just as seated here, where they can teach us for us to get better at what we do. And Youth Impact Parliament is proud of that. Madam Deputy President, since our institution or establishment, Youth Impact Parliament has reached other countries. We have the Uganda Chamber, initially led by Speaker Leonidas Asime, and later succeeded by Speaker Dennis Animukama. We also have our India chapter, led by Speaker Bandaru Shankar. We also have our Namibia chapter, led by Speaker Lucas Ngasipola. Madam Deputy President, I had to learn these names, so it's not easy. Madam Deputy President, we are hoping to soon learn our Tanzania chapter, which will be led by Speaker George Constantine, and our Kenya chapter to be led by Speaker Alex Ndasiaba. Hopefully, more chapters will be open later ongoing, and we need the support to also support them. Madam Deputy President, Youth Impact Foundation has been steadily gaining recognition over the years through various humanitarian collaborations. We have partnered with various groups such as Vera and Friends, Ciro and Friends, Osbrain Cares Foundation, now Somian Cares Foundation, and other groups. We also advocated and also made a step to support when there was the Kosombo Dam spillage. The foundation as well made a step in that accord to support the victims. The foundation is led by the chief officer in the person of Miss Harriet Sinan Abude, and we anticipate more this year, hopefully when we get them resources. Madam Deputy President, in our efforts to extend our impact to junior high schools and senior high schools, in April 2024, we introduced the YIP Campus Club at the 3rd anniversary special sitting. This initiative is aimed at extending our reach to our brothers and sisters in the SHS and the JHS, for them to know what we are doing and learn from it before they get to tertiary. And we are hoping that in this year, we will visit some schools in the Volta region and impact them as well. Madam Deputy President, in response to our expanding scope, we are pleased to formally establish today the Conference of YIP Speakers and Presiding Officers with the initial CYSPO. This group is dedicated to focus on the training of speakers of parliaments in YIP and presidents of the senates. And this group will be led by a chairperson with 2 vice chairpersons. The speakers in all our international chambers, Right Honorable Speaker and I, will be members of that group. Madam Deputy President, regarding financial support, on the 10th of August 2023, we received a donation of 1,000 cedis from Honorable Emmanuel James Flulu. And apart from that, our youth MPs have been supporting us with 100 cedis, of which most have paid. But for the Senate, because it is a new chamber, we cannot introduce any financial obligations. But apart from that, all other finances were borne by the founders of the Youth Impact Movement. We humbly seek support from our supporters so that we can institute various projects we have in mind and reach more youths. In conclusion, Madam Deputy President, our special guest seated here, invited guests, honorable members, the future holds great promises for us. In just 3.5 years, Youth Impact Parliament has swiftly gained and done a lot, even with the little resources we have. And that is because of you all being part of this journey with us. And I believe if in 3.5 years we have been able to do this, then I can't even imagine what we'll do in 7 years. And hopefully we'll do more, touch more, expand our horizon. And thank you very much. And with all of you here being part of this journey, you will all reach great heights. We are hoping sooner or later to produce an MP in Ghana's Republican Parliament. Already, our guest, Youth Impact Parliament has produced various SRC presidents. We even have one here, Samson Doche, who is SRC president for Akachi, right? Which group? Jackson, yes. And over the years, SRC presidents, vice presidents, treasurers, of whom Hubert was one. Please, yes, PROs, EPUC, NASPA presidents as well. We have him there. Businessmen, incoming SRC presidents, second female ATO SRC, and all of them here, incoming presidents as well. Doctors, we have Dr. Enyonam Gasu over there, who is a medical doctor. The current administrative director of the movement was also started with us at UHAS. She was the Speaker of Parliament for UHAS, now a doctor at your hospital. 37, yes. And we also produced Doctor of Audiology, yes. Doctor of Audiology. And our diplomatic envoy, Elijah Konedu. Yes. And many more. Dr. Afeti incoming, who will hopefully become the aide to the new MP for Ho Central. Yes. We may be small over here, but we are big within. And Youth Impact Parliament, as you said, we need a strategic plan to even do more than we are doing. And with your help and support and guidance, we will reach greater heights. I thank you very much.
It's okay.
Honorable Senators, we'll move to our next item, which will be a remark from our first guest. But I want to call on, yes. I want to call on our assistant clerk to do us the honors of introducing our guest to us. From her profile, you know who is coming to speak to us.
Thank you, Mr. President, for the opportunity. Profile of Reverend Dr. Bright Adonai. Reverend Dr. Bright Adonai, born on 7th October 1987 in Agoti-Mekpetwe, grew up in Ho and Hohwe with his aunties. He has been happily married to Mrs. Sibisa Aja Adonai since 2012, and they continue to share a fulfilling life together. He holds a PhD in business administration, specifically entrepreneurship, from Charisma University, UK, and is a chartered marketer. He earned an MPhil in finance from the University of Professional Studies, Accra, in 2020, and is currently pursuing an LLM at the University of East London. His earlier education includes a Bachelor of Administration in Accounting and a Diploma in Education from the University of Education, Winneba. and an HND in accounting from Ho Technical University. Reverend Dr. Adonai is the founder and director of Adonai University College of Research and Entrepreneurship and the CEO of Adonai Estates Limited and its subsidiaries. He founded the Volta Regional Association of Real Estate Developers in 2022 and chairs the Takla Royal Professional Football Club. His professional journey includes teaching roles at the University of Education, Winneba, that's from 2019 to 2021, and national service at Ho Technical University in 2009, where his passion for entrepreneurship flourished. In ministry, Reverend Dr. Adonai has been dedicated to Lighthouse Chapel International since 2003, serving in various leadership roles across branches in the Volta region. He led the Akwepe branch from 2013 to 2017 and was appointed pastor during the DMM program. In 2022, he became a reverend minister and currently pastors the Jesus is the Rock Church, Hojo Wayan branch. His ministry focuses on evangelism and supporting spiritual growth among congregants. Among his numerous accolades, he was named Global World Respected CEO for Outstanding Entrepreneur of the Year 2024. Under his leadership, Adonai Estates Limited received the Real Estate Company of the Year Award for 2024, and he was inducted into the Corporate Ghana Hall of Fame 2024. He also earned an honorary Doctor of Divinity for his leadership and impact on humanity. Reverend Dr. Adonai has authored Building Generational Wealth through Real Estate Investments and Business Sustainability Training for SMEs in Ghana. His research, focusing on macroeconomics, technology, and ICT's role in Africa's growth, is published in reputable journals. His life exemplifies leadership, innovation, and dedication to ministry and entrepreneurship. Mr. President, may I now invite Reverend Dr. Bright Adonai, our guest of honor, to give the inaugural remarks. Thank you.
Well, I don't know what to say. Thank you so much, His Excellency, the President of the Senate, the first Senate of the Youth Impact Parliament, the Right Honorable Speaker, the Deputy President of the the Senate of the Youth Impact Parliament, and then also the Right Honorable Speaker of the First Senate. My own good brother, someone I always admire from afar, being our distinguished guest, Honorable Raphael. I think there's courage in it. Courage is in it, right? Okay, it's McAfee rather. Okay, Raphael Koda. Honorable members of the Youth Impact Parliament and all youth leaders, ladies and gentlemen. I am honored to stand before you today as a guest of honor and also being allowed to swear in the President of the Senate. Today, we gather to mark a significant milestone in the history of our nation and our institution, the inauguration of the first Senate of the Youth Impact Parliament. As we embark on this journey together, I want to share with you 3 key principles that I believe will guide us as we try to build a better future for ourselves, our colleagues, and our nation. Firstly, leadership is about service, not self-interest. As leaders, we must recognize that our role is not to serve ourselves, but to put in ideas and measures to serve others. We must put the needs of our people, our communities, and our nation above our own interests. We must be willing to listen, to learn, and to adapt. For example, in Ghana, the National Youth Authority has established a program called Youth in Agriculture, which provides training and resources to young people to start their own agricultural businesses. This program has not only created jobs, but also increased food production and improved food security. We must be willing to put in the hard work, to make sacrifices, and to take risks. We must be willing to challenge ourselves, to challenge others, and to challenge the status quo. Secondly, inclusivity is the key to building a stronger, more resilient nation. As leaders, we must recognize that our nation is diverse and that this diversity is our strength. We must strive to create a parliament that is truly representative of the diversity of our nation. In the practical sense, we must become intentional about seeking out diverse perspectives, listening to different voices, and creating spaces for marginalized communities to participate. In South Africa, the government has established a program called the Presidential Youth Working Group, which brings together young people from diverse backgrounds to advise the president on issues affecting youth. This program has not only provided a platform for young people to participate in decision making, but also ensure that their voices are heard. We must be ready to confront our own biases, to challenge our assumptions, and work towards creating a more just and equitable student society or nation. Thirdly, innovation and creativity are essential for driving progress and development. As leaders, we must recognize that the challenges we face today require new thinking, new ideas, and new solutions. It is our duty to strive and create a culture that encourages innovation, creativity, and entrepreneurship. Taking risks to experiment and to learn from our failures will cause a great change. For instance, the Tanzanian Commission for Science and Technology has established the Tanzanian Innovation Challenge, which now provides funding and support to innovators and entrepreneurs. This has promoted innovation and improved life for many. As leaders, we must embrace this willingness to invest in education and research. In conclusion, I want to leave you with a challenge. As leaders, we have a responsibility to serve, to include, and to innovate. We have the responsibility to build a better future for ourselves and the entire student community. Let us rise to this challenge. Let us work together to create a parliament that is just, equitable, and prosperous for all. Thank you.
Let's give our guests another here. Our guest has indeed done a lot of research, and clearly he has indicated opportunities that government creates, and we are hopeful to also benefit from some of this. Thank you very much for your insight, sir. Honorable Senators, we'll move on to the next item on the order paper, which will be awards, presidential awards, the presentation of presidential awards. The presentation of presidential awards. And just to give a preamble, the Presidential Award Scheme holds a special place in honoring and acknowledging pioneering members of the Senate who started with us since the 10th of March 2024. These exceptional individuals supported us throughout the entire pilot Senate, which spanned since the Sunday, 10th March 2024, to today, Saturday, 11th January 2025. In recognition of their remarkable contributions, we want to proudly present to them these certificates of merits that we'll be issuing today. These awardees have left an indelible mark on this Senate, and we extend our heartfelt appreciation to them for their outstanding efforts. In order to congratulate them, we will now issue the awards to them. And may I humbly please have Reverend Dr. Bright Adonai to help me issue some of the awards to them. The first person here who I really want to give this to is, as you know, he also knows, in simple short, the most active YIP observer in 2024 goes to Honorable Samson Doche. And our next awardee, thank you very much, Samson, for your dedication. He hasn't missed any sitting, since the time he joined us in 2024. He hasn't missed any sitting at all. Please, all of you should learn from him as well. It doesn't mean the rest haven't missed as well. But when he joined, he wasn't even a member. So thank you very much. Our next awardee is the most active Deputy Senate Marshal, goes to Mr. Moses Esimen. Moses has been with us for long before he started with us on that day. Our next awardee is the most active Assistant Senate Clerk. It goes to Miss Aseye Imelda Osifwa. Then our next award goes to the most active Senate Clerk in the person of Mr. now Senator Cyril Kekeli Amevo. Thank you very much, Doc. I'm grateful. We will now have our second guest, Mr. Rafo Koda, to assist us award the remaining nominees. Mr. Rafo Koda, please come here. Our next awardee is Senator let me start with the category. Most available Senate leader. He has attended every single sitting as well and has played his role gargantually. It is in the person of Senator Elisha Kim Kahia. Our next awardee on merit is the most active Senate leader, and that goes to Senator Kelvin Azameti Mensah. Doctor of Audiology. Doctor of Audiology. There is one other person who also started with us that is not here. And may I also apologize, I'm doing 2 in 1. One other person that the printer didn't print her certificate. So in doing this 2 in 1, as the next most active deputy whip, and also she will also take for most available deputy Senate leader, will be Senator Dr. Enyenam Gasu, who will also stand in for Senator Harry Senanu Abude. So we'll get to the printout. We'll get to the printout. Yes. Yes. And the last person on my list, of whom I am proud of whom I have groomed, of whom I take responsibility over, of whom I'm proud, of whom to present, of whom. My own beautiful deputy, of whom will take this award, the most active deputy Senate President. Your Excellency, Senator Deborah Nana Abateria. Of whom is taking this award? Sir. Thank you, sir. I want to say thank you to the senators who have started with us. Senators who started with us. I hope my record is right. Senator Charles, did you start with us? Hey! No. Of course. I just realized you disappeared that day. Of whom I couldn't see again. Oh no, we'll sort it out. Yes. But to all other senators who couldn't get, of whom I say I love you. Thank you so much for your dedication to this Senate. I'm proud of you as your president. I'm proud of you as your president. So the first Senate as well, we will. But may I unofficially recognize our consistent photographer. You know, since 2021, when we held the first sitting here, the 8th May 2021, Kobe photos have been with us and he's still with us today. Kobe photos. Thank you so much. Of whom we are proud of. Yes. And also, there is a team who have always streamed our programs since the inauguration, the first and very special sitting held on, the days are plenty. I think that was 22nd April 2022. Prince Cap and his team, they have always streamed for us. Prince, thank you so much. Of whom we are proud of. of whom we are proud of. Thank you so much. Honorable Senators, our distinguished guests, may I now call on our Deputy Clerk to introduce our next speaker to us, Ms. Elizabeth Lutu.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Profile of Mr. Raphael Korda. Raphael Korda is a professional mechanical engineer and senior business improvement specialist with over 15 years of experience in the mining and extractive industries. He specializes in driving organizational change, optimizing processes, and managing multi-million-dollar projects. Over the years, he has built a reputation for delivering innovative solutions that enhance operational efficiency and drive sustainable growth. Beyond his technical expertise, Raphael is a dynamic entrepreneur, youth activist, public speaker, and political strategist. His passion for leadership and development inspired him to contest as a parliamentary aspirant for the whole central constituency under the National Democratic Congress, NDC. His comprehensive knowledge extends to asset management, risk management, health and safety, and environmental sustainability, where he consistently advocates for best practices and impactful leadership. Raphael's leadership philosophy is rooted in innovation, teamwork, and strategic planning. He leverages these principles to inspire collaboration and implement transformative changes across corporate, social, and political spheres. His ability to unite teams and deliver practical, forward-thinking solutions has earned him respect in both professional and community settings. In his personal life, Raphael is a happily married and, In his personal life, Raphael is happily married and balances his career with his love for driving, a hobby that reflects his enthusiasm for exploring new horizons. His multifaceted career and dedication to community growth underscore his commitment to fostering positive change and building a brighter future. Mr. President, may I now invite Mr. Raphael Korda, our guest of honor, to give the inaugural address. Thank you.
Of whom I am well pleased. Thank you. Mr. President, Honorable Right Speaker, Honorable Senators, my senior brother, colleague guest of honor, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Ghanaians. I'm very humbled to be given the opportunity to be part of you this afternoon. First of all, I would like to congratulate His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Exactly. On the landslide victory that we chalked in just and the just ended national election for the country to reset our country going forward. Before I move on to my speech, I just want to congratulate you once again. The work you are doing is one of a kind, and it's a generational change that you are involved in. And I really want to encourage you, don't take it lightly, because history will remember you. If we can grow this, my vision and the vision for some of us, as we've been talking about, is to see from this level driving accountability right away up to the presidency of the country. It means that we need to be very much more committed and then get involved in governance of our country. You start from your constituency. I belong to a constituency. We all belong to constituencies. The political leaders of our constituencies are very important. Let's get close to them, to learn from them, and to, the most importantly, be involved in the decisions that are made. Because what you are doing here should not just end here as a phase you go through. I made a decision to leave work, my professional private life, to get into politics before contesting for the parliamentary candidate for this constituency, Ho Central. Because as an individual, and let me use Reverend Doctor here as a practical example. He does a lot of voluntary work, philanthropic works. But in his capacity as an individual, I'm not saying he's going into politics, that is not his intent, but somebody into politics, if he's able to touch 10 lives with a political capacity and being in that office, you can touch 100 with even less effort than he would do as an individual. So politics is the way to make life for us. Whether you like it or not, politics actually determines you and what you and I do. So I would just want to encourage you to get involved, whether you like the person in leadership or not. It is not about the individual. As you are here today, it is about the nation. You are concerned about your community. And the community in which you and I live is the politics, that is the governance. So this afternoon, I just want to speak briefly as a guest speaker on our theme. I wish I would have asked, as a teacher, as a public speaker, I wish I would have asked Mr. President what the theme of today's gathering is. But I want to believe we all know. So, His Excellency, the President of the Senate, I'll speak on three brief things. The first one is the role of the youth in parliamentary democracy. The second one will be on consolidating parliamentary democracy. And the third one will be leveraging youth development. The role of youth in parliamentary democracy thrives on, and as you can see, Parliament and its works actually thrives on representation, accountability, and active citizen participation. At the heart of this system is the belief that every voice matters and that governance should reflect the aspirations of all. Every voice matters, and governance should reflect the aspirations of all, especially the youth, who form the majority of Ghana's population as of today. And statistically, we have 6.5 million youths, according to the recent census that has been done. And that represents a percentage of 57%. You didn't hear that. The youth make up 57% of the Ghanaian population. Fellow Ghanaians. So the youth are not just the future, but we are the present. We are not just the future, we are the present. Our energy and drive, as well as the creativity, are essential for addressing the pressing challenges of our time and shaping a resilient democracy. I am speaking on the theme leveraging youth engagement for consolidating the principles of parliamentary democracy. That is the theme for our gathering this afternoon. Now, consolidating parliamentary democracy. To consolidate the principles of parliamentary democracy, we must ensure its foundations. The foundations of parliament are what? Representation, accountability, and inclusiveness. We must ensure that they are upheld. Those three things are the fundamentals of parliamentary democracy. And this can greatly be achieved through active youth participation. That is why I am happy we are here today to be part of something that has begun bringing fruit. You have produced a lot of SRC presidents. And if you see our political landscape today, my brothers, a lot of them who are ministers today, even in the past government, you will see that SRC presidents are there, NUX presidents are there, other political office holders or campus are there. So this is the platform for us to learn, and as long as there is opportunity for us, and my very good brother Edam Agbana, catching off, I'm honored because I'm a Voltarian. I am Anewe, the youngest MP ever in the Fourth Republic. So the youth, we have a place in governance today, and I strongly believe that the leadership of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is going to offer more youths opportunity to serve, and don't be left out. Now, representation, the youth must see themselves. We must see ourselves represented in leadership and decision-making spaces. This includes electing young parliamentarians, ensuring youth-focused policies, and creating opportunities for young people to contribute to national dialogue. This morning, the President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, has released the ministerial, the ministries under the presidency for the next government. And there is one ministry dedicated for youth development. It means that opportunities are being created for us, and we need to strategically position ourselves to be part of this and make an impact. I want to admonish you to see these opportunities as not making anything for yourself. See it as an opportunity to serve, to leave a name, to leave a legacy. Because there is one scripture I believe in as a Christian. The Bible says that he that waters others shall himself be watered. And if you are a farmer, or if you see a farmer going out to water his crops, there is no way the farmer will not get wet. Are you with me? There is no way you'll go out to water your flowers and you will not get wet. That is the service. So see every opportunity you get here as opportunity to serve, opportunity to water. When you water, you definitely automatically be wet. That is when the satisfaction comes for me. Accountability. Democracy is strengthened when leaders are held accountable. Young people equipped with technology and digital tools have the power to monitor governance processes, demand transparency, and advocate for ethical leadership. Ethical leadership. And thank you, the team that is streaming the program for us. And I just want to say a very big thank you and encourage you. Go ahead. Use technology as much as possible. Use technology. All of you should have your special pages on in the social media, and make sure that you contribute meaningfully, not to some of them resorting to unproductive posts and comments. Comment and promote good governance. Positive things should be your hallmark. Now, the third thing, which is inclusiveness in governance, I wrote here, parliamentary democracy must embrace diversity, ensuring no youth is left behind, regardless of gender, background, or socioeconomic status. This inclusiveness builds trust in democratic institutions. We must promote diversity and inclusion. And earlier this morning, I'm happy to see that we have females as part of the new leadership that has been appointed by this August House. The second point, leveraging youth engagement. To fully engage youth in consolidated parliamentary democracy, we must, as a nation, enhance civic education. That is, many young people lack a clear understanding of parliamentary processes and their role in democracy. Comprehensive civic education will empower the youth to engage actively and meaningfully. For example, the new parliamentary museum that the Right Honorable Speaker Babin inaugurated earlier, was it this week? Yes. How many of you have heard of it? We are all senators, we are future parliamentarians. Let's use that as an opportunity to learn more about the parliamentary proceedings. We create a platform for dialogue. Youth parliaments like this one are excellent platforms for fostering debates, collaboration, and leadership skills. These forums should be supported and replicated at a regional and community level. And I'm happy to hear your president that you are opening outlets, trying to go down to the basic level to bring that enlightenment and education. Thank you, and please continue to do that. We will be there to support you. Promote digital democracy is one other thing that we can leverage on. As technology is a powerful tool for engagement, let's leverage social media, online platforms, and e-governance tools to make parliamentary processes more accessible to the youth. Foster leadership development. Leadership is a skill that can be nurtured. This setup today was a vision of one young man, the current president of this August House. And today, how we are on Facebook? We are streaming, right? Whether we are streaming live or not, the moment it is published, Rafa Kobla Koda, I will be seen, right? Through the vision of one person some few years back. It means that the vision you have, the dream you have, will go a long way to impact a lot of people. As we socialize and share whatever transpires here today, we are giving out knowledge. We are educating the public. People that do not know, they will learn from us. You might not know who is watching, so don't give up. Leadership is a skill, and programs like this, I am encouraging everybody to support it. Now, my call to action for us, just to conclude it, is to challenge you to embrace your role as custodians of democracy. Participate actively in governance, as I mentioned earlier. Challenge the status quo and contribute innovative ideas to national development. Let your voice be a beacon of hope and change for Ghana. Ghana is all we have, no matter how little it is. Some of you, like Cyril, he's very good in research. When I was doing my work, himself and a team has done a lot of research for our party. And the victory of our party and the percentage that we got in Volta region, he, as a member of this noble and august house, is a key member and a contributor to that. Let's give him a year. And with research, somebody, you are a communicator. When you get an opportunity to take the platform to communicate, make sure that irrespective of your partisan colors, we all cannot be at one side, right? Democracy actually makes room for diversity, divergent views. By in communicating in your party colors, make sure that you are communicating, excuse my language, constructively. I wanted to use the word, but it is unparliamentary. So when you have the opportunity to communicate, make sure you are objective as much as possible. The fact that my color is green doesn't mean that when we are doing something that is not right, you speak to it. If you cannot speak contrary to it because of a party position, I will advise you decline to speak. So to policymakers and leaders like myself, let us invest in the youth by creating an enabling environment for their engagement. This includes patronizing youth-friendly policies, fostering inclusion, and providing platforms for leadership. I am taking a practical step to actually demonstrate this. I work and live in Sunyani. I don't know how many of you know there. I work with Newmont. I drove myself all the way from Sunyani to here today. That tells us the importance and the value that we place on this. And I am here in the capacity of all the leaders that I work with and all the people that support me. I am not here as an individual. I carry a voice and I also collaborate with people. So as I'm here, the leadership of my team and our great party are also here. That is the value we place on this very august housework. Now in my conclusion, as I would say, as you deliberately today make a decision to promote youth empowerment, let us remember that democracy is not static. Democracy is not static. It evolves with the active participation of each people. Active participation is the key word. Ghana's parliamentary democracy will only be as strong as the commitment and engagement of its youth. So, His Excellency, thank you for visiting the Parliament of the Republic of Ghana. And as you are going, let's see how best you can make it possible for a lot more of you to visit as frequent as possible to learn and then contribute. As you watch, if there is anything, there are proceedings ongoing, there are things that you think can help, please. Democracy is not static. Thank you. Together, let us build a democracy that reflects the aspirations for all, one that stands as a model to the world. Thank you, and may this program inspire actionable change for our beloved Ghana. God bless you, and God bless our homeland Ghana. Thank you.
Honorable Senators, I want to thank our guest speaker for his inspiring words. And as he has said, he drove from Kumasi, Sunyani, just to honor our program. And even to talk of Reverend Dr. Adonai, he's a very busy man. I'm sure he had to even pause schedules just to attend to us. And we as a house say a very big thank you to you. For the honor that you have done us to present yourself today. And we are ever grateful to you. And we hope that you continue this journey with us as we continue this journey to impact more and expand our horizon. We are grateful. Before I inaugurate the chamber, there is one other person that we have to still honor since he is here or she is here. May I still call on Mr. Rafa Koda? I don't know whether there can be a joint award. It would be nice if both of you can do us this honors because the person is very dedicated to our cause. She knows herself. Just start walking to me. Just start walking to me in the spectacle. Senator Harriet Senanu Abude. She is someone who is very dedicated to our cause. whom we are proud of. Thank you very much, Ms. Harriet, for your dedication to our cause. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. We are so grateful to all of you. Honorable Senators, after I inaugurate the chamber, we'll suspend proceedings and proceed outside to take pictures with our guests, and then we can, I don't know whether you want to witness the rest of our proceedings or you have schedules. Time, yes, yes, yes. Since we are recording, they will continue watching and see whatever we do afterwards. But we want to inaugurate the chamber and then assist them to take their leave. So after I declare the chamber inaugurated and we suspend the Senate, we'll go outside and take pictures and share pleasantries with them. And also, within that space, your refreshment will be shared with you so that you can eat something small. And then after that, we'll come back and finish the other exercise for the day. Honorable Senators, our guests here, in adherence to the provisions outlined in Order 52.1 of this Senate's standing orders, which states that the Senate shall be inaugurated by Mr. President at the first sitting of the first session. I stand before you today to fulfill this constitutional obligation. I must say that I have full confidence in the capabilities and commitment of each member herein seated. By working together, we shall reach greater heights. Honorable Senators, with the authority bestowed on me as the President of the Senate, I am honored, highly honored, to officially declare the first Senate of Youth Impact Parliament Ghana of Youth Impact Movement, duly inaugurated. Honorable Senators, with all due respect, I say you can bang the gavel. Yeah? With all due respect, this Senate now stands suspended for not more than 20 minutes. I thank you.